What's up, everybody? You're listening to the Hustle and Flow Chart podcast with your boys, Matt Wolf and Joe Fear.
Well, when we talk about giving in this sense, what we're really talking about is shifting your focus. And this is really the key, shifting your focus from getting to giving. Now, when we say giving in this context, we simply mean constantly and consistently providing immense value to others, understanding that doing so is not only a more pleasant way of conducting business, it's the most financially profitable way as well. And not for some, out there woo-woo kind of magical, mystical reasons. It actually makes very concrete sense, very logical sense when you think about it. When you're that person who can take your focus off of yourself and place it on helping others, place it on discovering what the other person needs, wants, desires, and helping them to get it. When you can help solve their problems and challenges, when you can help bring them closer to happiness, right? Your focus is on them. People feel good about you. People want to get to know you. They like you. They trust you. They want to be part of your life. They want to be in relationship with you. They want to do business with you. They want to tell others all about you. So when we say giving, we're not talking about, just give away free stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to content marketing, you are doing that, but that's not what that's a great strategy, because what that does is it helps people get familiar with you. It helps people begin to trust your competence as well as your character, because when they do go back and forth with you, you're there to answer questions, to be able to help, to be able to guide people along the way and so forth. So it's a wonderful strategy to do that. But what we're really talking about in terms of, when we say law number one, the law of value, we're talking about when they do buy, you're giving them such a wonderful, all-encompassing buying experience that they feel as though they're receiving much more in value than what they're paying for, which really is nothing more than tapping into a economic law, which says people will exchange their money for that which they feel is of greater value than the money they're exchanging it for.
Right.
And so, the content, as a content marketer, that yes, you are giving away, that's important, but if you're finding yourself giving and not making a profit, that's not what we mean by being a go-giver.
That's right. And that's a great distinction here, and I'm happy you said it too, because from the outside perspective, a lot of content marketers, we've been, maybe, I don't know if guilty is the right word of it, but people are like, how do you make money off of what you do? But we have a process, and we definitely do. But it's definitely giving forward. That was the whole, catalyst of this podcast even. So it's all that go-giver is always in our mind. It always goes back to you.
Yeah, I feel like the whole concept for people, when they first hear it, it almost feels a little bit counterintuitive, right? That there's this element of, okay, so if I just go out and help and do things without much expectation of return, that's when the real sort of rewards will come. And I think that's sort of like a hard thing for people to get over. I feel like that there's this struggle of like, okay, I'm just going to go out and freely give. At what point do I expect to reap the rewards? And I think there's is there a point where people should start sort of reaping what they sowed, I guess, putting out helping so many people, but then eventually we need to get something out of all of the time we're spending in putting into this. I feel like I'm rambling, but I think I make sense to you.
I understand your question, and it's a great question. There's actually a couple of questions within that. And the first one is what you were talking about before, when you were asking about it seeming counterintuitive, okay, to really be focusing on the other person. Okay, so what I would say is, let's take that, what seems counterintuitive, and let's make it logical here. Okay, when I speak at sales conferences, and I know most of your viewers are online and so forth, and so I'm talking here, but it's going to be the same exact principle. Okay, right. So when I speak at a conference, and there can be thousands of salespeople in this room, and I start out with a certain message, and that is this: nobody's going to buy from you because you have a quota to meet. Okay. Yep. Nobody's going to buy from you because you need the money, and nobody's going to buy from you just because you are like the nicest person in the world.
Right.
They're going to buy from you because they believe they will be better off by doing so than by not doing so. Okay. And so that's the only reason why anyone should buy from you or from me or from anyone else. And so if you look at it that way, then doesn't it make sense that to the degree your focus is on the other person and providing value to them, that's the degree they're going to be much more likely to do business with you? Because if your focus is on yourself and simply selling your product or service, first, it's probably coming across that way. But even if it's not, you're not giving that person enough of a reason to want to invest their money with you. Mm-hmm. So it actually, again, makes logical sense. And that's why that entrepreneur or salesperson, whether it's online, in person, it doesn't matter. That person who is totally focused on bringing immense value to others, they create that context for that person to want to do business with them. Okay. So yeah, absolutely. Now, if we go to what you were saying, what about that point where you feel, you're being taken advantage of?
Right.
Well, don't do that. There is no, and I think this is important. There is nothing about being a go-giver that is congruent with being a doormat or a martyr or self-sacrificial in any way. It's simply understanding the benefit of placing your focus on that other person. Okay. So if you feel as though, if you don't feel right about what you're doing because you feel it's something, no, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Everything you do should be congruent with your values and congruent with the process of bringing people excellent, sufficient value through your outbound, right? But in a way that they're getting closer and closer, if they're the right person, to being your client and being a paying client. This is why John David Mann and John's my awesome co-author. And it's why we say that money is simply an echo of value.
Right.
Money is an echo of value. It's the thunder, if you will, to value's lightning, which means nothing more than the value must be the focus and the value must come first. The money you receive is a natural result of the value you are providing.